We've got the Dominos with us from Scunthorpe that they've just informed us, and we're going to do it for the introducing section of the show for Duggys Atomic Dustbin. So thanks for popping along, lads. Thanks for coming on a Tuesday to have a chat with us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, brilliant. So are you normally engaged on a Wednesday then?
So Wednesday is usually the night that we practice. Bugwog's busy tomorrow, so
I thought that'd be the case. So there's a lot of bands practice on a Wednesday, I've noticed. So
it's the best day.
Something to look forward to.
Well, yeah, it's hump day, but if you're doing something like that, it's quite cool and it's quite good. So what got you all together as a band?
I'm going to take credit for it. It was my idea. We all went to school together, other than Jamie. But I've been playing drums for ages, and Spencer's been playing guitar for a while. I walked up to him at school one day and went, "You play guitar, should we start a band?" And then we got Ben to get a bass, and it all just sort of spiraled from there.
Excellent. So how long you been rocking together?
How old are we? 15, 16?
Yeah. 2020 or something was about lockdown, just before lockdown or something. So we started taking it properly.
Excellent.
Yeah, 6 years then.
Yeah, it was a bit of like a mini project for you, wasn't it, before lockdown, and then after lockdown we sort of started taking it seriously.
Yeah. So what have you been doing? Have you done any touring, or are you just locally gigging? What you currently up to?
Not gigging about, aren't we? Well, trying to get on and just get gigs and just play to people as much as we can, really.
Yeah, we had a busy sort of 2023, and it started when we got a big influx of gigs. It took us to sort of where we are now. And at the moment, we're just focusing on getting songs out because that's what we sort of want to do. Build our discography a little bit, and then before you know it, the gigs will hopefully start piling in, which is what we're aiming for.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, because last week, when we're going out live on Facebook, and we're also going live on Mixcloud, Facebook can be a bit funny about music. Zuckerberg doesn't like us playing it, but you gave us a track. I might play it at the end of the show. Thanks very much. You gave us a track last week, didn't you?
Yeah, life's so short. Yeah,
I've got it here. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll break tradition. I'm going to play it now, and if we get kicked off Facebook, we do, but Sodom. So, before I play it, tell us a bit, or we'll play a bit of it. Tell us a bit about the track, what's inspired it, what's it about, etc., etc.
Maybe you wrote it.
Well, it was an accident. I was trying to play a song called "This Charming Man" by the Smiths.
Oh!
I kept playing it wrong. I ended up creating the introduction to that song. So I wrote the chords out and just threw some words in. And James helped me get the words a bit more meaningful. But I was sitting on it for quite a while before I thought, oh, it might be a good song. And then these guys loved it. So about a year later, we recorded it. It's out in May.
What a great story. So it's not out till May, this track, is it? So
yeah, May 2nd.
And you gave it us last week, which is wonderful. Are we okay to play it then? Or you don't?
Oh, yeah, of course you are.
So, you see, you missed a trick there. You should have called it something like This Charming Man or Not Charming Man. Anyway, it's called Life's Too Short. Let's have we'll either listen to it all, people, or we'll just listen to a bit. Well, this is from the Dominos.
This is Kate Bush. Who the fuck is Kurt Pickstone?
Who the fuck's Kate Bush? Stick around, girlfriend, you'll find out. Brilliant, lads. Brilliant. Love it. Did you like my air drumming? Yeah, I like that. Good track. Really good track. So, love it. Yeah, I've started to learn the drums, so yeah, I'm not very good yet, but I'll try.
You'll be better than Tom, man.
What's your favourite snare drum, Tom? You must have more than one.
Ooh, my favourite snare drum is my snare drum. Nobody knows what it is. We think it's a Tama Outward,
right?
But we don't really know. I bought it from a venue in Hull,
right?
Because it was just side of the stage, and he was like, "Oh, if you want it, you can have it. You just need to buy it." So I did. Right. I don't really know what it is. But
well, that's the trouble with drummers. The snare drum mad. How many snare drums have you got?
I've got a few, yeah, 3 or 4. I think I'm back at 5 now. 5? I think I've got 5.
Yeah, I know. It's mad. Snare drums is ridiculous for drummers. Ozzy from Coastal Fire Department, who Alile records as well, he's got a lockup with all his in. Yeah, he's got. I think he's got 4 or 5 drum kits as well. He's just insane with drums and stuff. So I don't know. It's a bit of a thing, isn't it, with drummers? And I suppose guitarists as well have multiple guitars. So I bet there's not one person in the room with just one guitar, is there? No.
Other than a drum.
How many guitars have you got each?
Between us,
we need some room
I've got
alone.
5. The best part of 20,
Bass
20,
got
22, something. Maybe
22. Jesus Christ, that is an addiction, isn't it? But
You should see my loft at the minute. It is covered in shit.
Yeah.
wow, it's mad, isn't it? I went to see Brothers Osborne with my dad a few years ago. They're a country band, and there's 2 of them. And on stage, they've got 2 racks of guitars, one each, and they're just chatting like, how many guitars have they got? It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was bizarre. But obviously, every track's different setup, different tuning, and what have you. So that's good. Anyway, have we got any? Who's this? Daz Rob 25. Woohoo!
I know Daz.
Do you know who Daz is? Is he a fan?
He's my auntie's boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
I hope it's the same Daz Rob anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, it could be worse, couldn't it? Have you seen that text that someone said? Listen, mate, can you keep the noise down? You love making. I'm trying to sleep here, and he replies back, "What do you mean? I'm at work." So yeah, that's just. I mean, yeah, that's what. Yeah. What? So that's him anyway. Janice is in the building. Banging track. It is a cracking track. And thanks for giving it us last week as an exclusive. Whether it was an exclusive or not, we really appreciate it. Thanks, John, for the last show. Absolutely wonderful to have John back on. Yes, it's me, James. It's him. It's James. Cool. Right, we could ask this question last week, and I love this question. If there was a zombie apocalypse, which band member would die first?
This will get personal now.
Yeah, it will.
I vote Jamie.
I think you carrot break down on the way.
Mike,
Your two
I don't think that would be useful for that long, though, would they?
I'd let him in, wouldn't I? Come on, you know.
Yeah.
Who's that, sorry?
You'd run out of vape and you'd die.
You don't have a vape anymore.
Well, him would, though.
It'd be Jamie. This
think
is
I'd
too
die.
kind. He couldn't kill a zombie.
Brilliant. So, you were saying about the gigs coming in. So, what gigs have you been doing? Where have you been? Doing your stuff?
We started obviously in Scunthorpe. For about a year, we didn't really move out of Scunthorpe very much.
Played at Lincoln Imp a lot.
Yeah, we played at this venue in Scunthorpe called the Lincoln Imp Watts, and that's not there anymore. It says a lot about Scunthorpe as a hub for being an independent artist.
Maybe we should have.
We tried to move into sort of Sheffield way on, and it was kind of difficult, but we ended up in Lincoln, and we did really well in Lincoln.
Oh yeah, I know Lincoln as well. Yeah, cool. Beautiful part of the world and nice roads.
Yeah, it's nice.
Not this guy.
Yeah.
We was actually leaving an open mic in Lincoln, and Jamie went down a one-way street the wrong way and crashed.
Car off.
Oh shit. Oh, never mind.
Nice road.
That was leading me on to my next question. You might have answered it. What disasters have you happened going to a gig or at a gig?
That's got to be the biggest.
Because at the time they're a disaster, but you'll never forget them and you'll laugh at them. So is it that one?
That was pretty funny now. Not then.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I think we've been quite lucky. We haven't had any major
Never had
drama
any.
ever.
Touch wood.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Everything's
Apart from wrapping his car up, that's quite significant. But not at the gig. Going to the gig. At least did you get to the gig on time?
It was after. It was all right.
Oh, that's even better then. You're all right then. So that was a long night waiting for a collection, was it?
Yeah, long night.
Did they all stick with you, or did they leave you and get a cab on?
No,
You didn't tell us.
They all left.
We didn't know till we got home.
Oh, sorry, she wasn't all in the same car. Oh, that makes sense.
No.
Yeah, just ignore the phone calls coming. I bet he's had an accident. Don't answer the phone, lads. Say we never heard it. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, that's a shame. So that was a bit shit then, especially if it's after a gig. Oh, brilliant! So you've got quite a few tracks on the old Spotify there, and some of them have done reasonably well. I mean, Pretty Girls, Stalker song. That's interesting. What's that about? Stalking.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Funnily enough, yeah. If you've ever watched the Channel 4 show Skins, it's written in the perspective of one of the characters who is a stalker. An interesting theme for a song, and it's actually developed into a few more songs, that sort of theme. We was at the studio last weekend, this weekend just gone, and that was sort of the third song in the trilogy that's going to come from Stalker Song. So yeah, it's been
nice,
quite deep message.
And then his Wrong Trousers, has that been influenced by Wallace and Gromit? How's that?
Is that not me with them jeans?
Yeah, you ripped your trousers. Go on, tell him.
I can't really remember what we were doing, but I sort of squatted down to take a picture, and all of a sudden my jeans just split completely open. I was just walking around my ass out, and I think that's sort of where the song name came from.
Oh, brilliant. I love it. You can't beat it. So you've all been playing various instruments, met at school. We understand that. So what influenced you? So what sort of bands was it, or what sort of music got you to go, do you know what? Let's do this.
I'd say at the start it was probably Oasis, Arctic Monkeys, sort of the very popular generic ones. But it's sort of developed a bit more now, like Wonder Horse, Fontaines. Yeah. What else is there that you guys listen to a bit more than me?
Led Zeppelin.
Juno, Pink Floyd,
Juno Dream. Pink Floyd. Kind of a bit of everything. I think it was, like Ben says, it was all sort of Britpop and like early 90s indie at the start, and then we've kind of, as we've all grown a bit, with music taste has changed. It's sort of what we're making, isn't it?
Well, Led Zepp, absolutely wonderful band. I grew up listening to all that sort of stuff, so there you go. That gives away slightly how old I am, but that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So obviously it's changing. So who are you listening to at the minute then? Are you listening to, what do you consume when you're not into your own music? Do you know what I mean? Are you old school? Are you listening to new bands? What are you listening to?
A mixture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of, we all have everything.
We all have like different bands that we listen to.
Yeah.
But
there's a new band called Juno Dream, and they're sort of like Radiohead influenced, and
shoegaze.
We all like them pretty a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty a lot. Sorry, a lot.
Like experimental almost. Different sounds and things that.
Yeah, sounds
like.
Yeah. Interesting to listen to.
Interesting, like self-indulgent music.
Self-indulgent.
Yeah. I'm the same. Hang on. I'm just trying to get I try to get between. It's not very good for everyone, is it? Try to get between having the right sound, the right volume, no humming, because I've got a hum from somewhere. No, it's like me. I obviously do this show really into the indie and young bands coming through, and but it's bizarre what I listen to. I'll put liquid drum and bass on when I'm out and about, or do you know what I mean? It's just all sorts, and I've really moved away. I was a teenager in the 80s, so I was heavily influenced by the 80s music, but I very rarely put it on because I'm bored to death of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm bored of it. Yeah. So I like a lot of new music, but I really like drum and bass, liquid drum and bass, bit of reggae. Do you know what I mean? I listen to all sorts of stuff, really. A lot of podcasts. Do you know, that's a good question, actually. So do any of you listen to podcasts rather than just music?
Yeah.
I listen to Chasing the Racing.
Chasing the Racing, yeah.
That's about it.
What's that one?
It's a
motorbike. 2 or 3 motorbike races, yeah.
Oh, brilliant! I'm not. I need to check that out because that's what I do for a job. I test ride bikes, and I've got 3 of my own. So I'll have to write that down and have a look at it. Yeah, I listen to things like Theo Von. Have you listened to him? He's an American comic. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. No, I love it. I was consuming him today. Anyway, this is about you, but we're digressing. See, because normally. We're stuck for time because it's in the show, but we can rattle on for a bit because it doesn't matter, does it? Do you know what I mean? So, where's the best place for people to find you? Where do you normally hang out on social media?
Instagram would be the best place to go. Yeah.
Is that your main one? Is it under the Dominos?
Yeah, if you search the Dominos, you'll find us pretty easy.
Probably Facebook as well.
Facebook, and we dabble on TikTok as well. Yeah.
Oh, is this someone you know, Heather Charlotte?
Yes.
Oh, she says, that's on Facebook, you see, don't normally go live on there. Luke says hi, and I don't know if he speaks like that, but it does now. Awesome, lads. So that's cool. So that's nice that we're getting interaction from there as well. I need to check you out on social media because we have that many bands. I have to check them out after I've interviewed them to find out what they've. Are you quite active on it? You do a lot behind the scenes, or?
That's how bands get big nowadays. So we're trying to make an effort to make sure we're doing it.
Good. I'm glad because I think I've said it a few times and I put a few posts out. Basically, said no one gives a rat's ass about your music, no matter how good it is or how good you are a band, because there's that much music. If it's faceless music, it's not how people connect with it nowadays. But so they need the behind the scenes. They need you going on a road trip or whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? Even the daft stuff about we've got 20 guitars between us, stupid stuff like that. People love it and they'll connect with you, and that's how you grow. So I'm glad you're doing that. That's that question out of the way. So let's see if we've got any. Has anyone got any questions on Mixcloud? I know we're not normally on, but if you've got any, drop them in. Even you, is it Charlotte? Let's check again. Heather, you got any questions? Drop them in. Let us know.
Heather is my mother.
What you offer to, James?
Is it? Whose mother?
That is my mother.
Oh,
Heather.
okay.
Can't be fair, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
She looks like your sister, not your mother, on the profile picture.
She'll enjoy that more than I will.
Hey? She does. She must have had you young, lad. She must have had you young. That's all I can say. So what do you all do for? Oh, she's laughing now. What do you all do for work?
Engineer.
We all have the same job in a sense.
Yeah.
We're all mechanical fitters. Other than Jamie's a bit more multi-skilled, but we're all just finishing or have just finished our apprenticeship in sort of engineering.
A year ago.
Yeah, all right.
So you all went to school together, and then you went, do you know, lads, let's all go and do the same thing in college as well. Is that how it works?
Just by chance, yeah.
So mechanical engineering. So is that vehicles, or is that what's that? Explain to thickos like me and everyone else watching.
Heavy engineering,
Sort of like steelworks and
steelworks,
putting
power
machinery
stations.
together and
Chris Factories.
Chris Factories.
Power stations. That's interesting. They're shutting them all. But well, we used to collect tax from the power stations all over the country, and it goes into cement. If you didn't know, yeah. There you go. Well, you'll know because you're a mechanical engineer, so you'll know all that stuff. So, what's your plans then for work-wise? What you're all looking to do? You've done apprenticeships. Where have you done your apprenticeships? All at different places, or did you?
Yeah. Me and Ben did ours on the steelworks, and then I don't know what you think.
So us four, everyone except for Jamie, we sort of knew each other before we started our apprenticeships, and then the band was going as like a four-piece, and we met Jamie at sort of the engineering college, and that's how Jamie sort of came to be in the band. But yeah, just by chance we just sort of met, and yeah, we're all sort of doing the same thing.
Excellent. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, fair play to you. I mean, I think doing stuff like that nowadays, it's needed, isn't it? You know, I mean, there's a lot of robotics coming in and AI and all the rest of it, but the physical stuff like plumbing, electricians, do you know what I mean? It's going to take a while for them to die out because, you know, you couldn't sort of get a robot to come in and say, I want this rewiring, can you? Do you know what I mean? It's going to take a long time for that to go on, and I think unfortunately over the years with people have been pushed away from it as not a great way to go, but I think it's got a lot of value. So yeah. There we go. Right, let's see what else we've got on here. So when's your next? I was going to ask that one. Janice is saying, if you could gig with anyone, who would you pick?
The Beatles.
I don't know.
The Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles would be good.
Just to meet them all.
Yeah, that would have been cool, wouldn't it? Obviously, a lot of them have sadly passed away, but they were. There's a lot of people don't like them, but I think everything, even if you don't like them and you like popular music or music of any description of the last 50 years, it's come from them. It's their influence has changed.
It always goes back.
Changed the landscape, and it changed the landscape. So, I don't like the Beatles, but they influenced other bands who tweaked it and changed it and made it something different. Oasis were heavily influenced by the Beatles, and you can hear it in some of their songs. And but yeah, it's they're definitely ones to. They were brilliant. Absolutely, what they did back in the day is phenomenal, and with the technology that they had then, you know what I mean. They had next to nothing to what we've got now, have they? You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. The Beatles, that's brilliant. So, who presently would you like to go and gig with? Is there anyone that in current, out there, big bands or even bands that are just making it through? Is there anyone that springs to mind?
Monkeys would be cool, wouldn't it? Bit of a full circle thing.
Arctic Monkeys. Yeah. I mean,
the Monkeys. They and then again, when they came out, everyone knows the sound of them now. But when they first came out to me, I was like, wow, I was blown away by them. I thought these are just outstanding. The sound, it was different, and they've influenced a lot of other bands, haven't they?
100%. Yeah,
I think every new indie band has been influenced by them. Yeah, in some sense, haven't they?
I think they sort of created a genre in a way. Yeah. After, I'd say maybe the Strokes came around.
Yeah.
And sort of influenced the Arctic Monkeys, but and after that there were so many bands that were just trying to sound like Arctic Monkeys that it became its sort of their own genre, didn't it?
Yeah, really good, absolutely really good. So, what have you got planned for releasing music? You're doing an album. You said you was in the studio. Have you got some other stuff being released?
Yeah.
Got Life So Short comes out 2nd of May.
I think so, yeah.
So that one comes out 2nd of May.
Yeah, you need to send us the pre-download for that as well, so we can put it on the show.
And then we're going to try to get this new one out sort of
June, yeah.
Try to keep some momentum going.
Because May's a really busy month for us, so we want to. We're playing at Rock City with the Sherlocks in May.
Oh,
and that's going to be
brilliant! I like them. The Sherlocks, they're smashing it. That's absolutely brilliant, lads. See, when I said, would you like to play with a band who's making it, you should have said the Sherlocks, and actually, we are playing with them. So, well, yeah, they are good. I really like them. They're doing lots of various bits and bobs at the minute. They've released different albums and pack of albums and all sorts, haven't they? So,
cool how they're doing it. I like it.
Yeah.
Traditional, isn't it? It's very traditional.
Yeah, that's cool that you're playing with them. They are wonderful. So, yeah, how did you get that gig?
Well, that's what sort of I touched on it earlier. It was actually Spencer. Spencer said we've got there's an open mic in Lincoln if we fancy it, and I was like, oh yeah, bugger it, we'll go. And it turns out it was the Sherlock's pub that they took over. It's called the Jolly Brewer in Lincoln, and we went and played. And then the first night that we went, they were there. The singer and the drummer were there, so we sort of went and said hello a bit sheepishly, and we went back for a couple more open mic nights. And then they said, oh, we're going to hold a battle of the bands. And they sort of like hinted that the winner would support them on tour. And we won the battle of the bands. And we was very anxious for a while, wondering whether we was going to get the opportunity in the end. But yeah, the message doesn't said, congratulations, you can support us at Rock City.
Wow. I wish I'd have asked you that at the start of the show. I wish we'd asked that at the start of the show. That is phenomenal. And I think it proves a point because you've gone from Sheffield to Lincoln. It's not like millions of miles away, but you've got off your ass and gone over there. And I think it's really important for people. You never know who's in the room. You never know who's watching what you're doing. And sometimes you think, why the hell am I doing this? But the fact you went, if you hadn't have gone that night, if he'd have smashed his car on the way there, then you'd have been screwed, wouldn't you? Life would have been a totally different scenario. But you've got to be in the right place at the right time, haven't you? And being in the right place at the right time is actually going and doing stuff and getting out your comfort zone and going somewhere else. I think that's a wonderful insight to that. That's great, and I wish you all the success with that. And that could only lead to bigger and better things, couldn't it?
Well, fingers crossed.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Well, it could even lead to the Sherlocks coming on this show. Do you know what I mean? I think we've tried to get them on before, but we must be too small. They're too big now. Too big for us. Brilliant. So they own a pub. That's brilliant. When are you buying your pub?
Oh,
I mean, the house are let, isn't it?
It's a bit of a tough industry, pubs now. See, I've got, just to let you into a little secret, I've got a problem here because I should have noted this last week. My Zoom is looking for some different details. We've got about 3 minutes before it cuts us off. Which is
no.
Yeah, which is shit, isn't it, really? I can't believe it's done that. So I know what's caused it. My card's changed on my business account, so I've got to put my new card details in. But we will sort it out for the show. Brilliant. Is there anything I've not asked you that you wanted to get out, you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, covered most of it.
Playing at Cafe Indie with Vigilantes on the 26th of April. Bit of a plug if anyone wants to come.
Yeah, where's that? 26th of April, where are you going?
Cafe Indie in Scone.
Oh, well, go there, people, if you fancy that. Is that bank holiday weekend? Is that what day is that?
No. April, is that Saturday?
It's a Saturday, yeah. It's the only music venue that's really around in Scunthorpe nowadays. It's a good place to be if you get the chance to go down.
Yeah, it's a shame because there's lots of industry around there, and mining and the steelworks, and as that all starts to die down, it really destroys everything else, doesn't it? It's shocking, really, shocking.
It's a town of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it's not good. It means you guys have got to go even further afield, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just,
I think that's good for us, though.
Just stay away from Hull.
Oh yeah.
That was in a book called Shite Towns one year, and it won. It did. If you have a look, there's a book called Shite Towns, and one year it came first as the shittest town in the UK. The only thing good about Hull is there's boats going out, isn't there? And they pack the peas there, don't they, for Birdseye, if it's still open. Yeah. Sorry, lads. It's random shit. I think I've had too much coffee today. So, right. I'll tell you what I need to ask you. Can one of you say this is the Dominos and you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio?
Right, James.
Hi everyone, we are the Dominos, and you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio.
Perfect. I'll take that out of the show and put it. I will mash this up a bit and make it look a bit better than it is. I hope. Right, we've got hang on a minute. We've got less than 1 minute, and then it's going to boot us off. But okay. I just want to wish you all the best for the future, for your gigging with Sherlock's. Keep in contact with Janice. Let her know what you're doing, any behind the scenes or any new things you're doing as a band. And we'll have you on again. It's not a one-hit wonder, this. We'll have you on in the future. If you want to come on, speak to Janice and she'll bring you onto the show.
Here,
awesome. Thank you. Mate.
Thanks for both.
I've really enjoyed our little chat, getting to know you a little bit more. And thanks for letting us have the track last week. Success with that as well. And it's been absolutely wonderful.
Here, thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.